Hello, welcome to RT Magazine, a show about Middletown High School, its students, and the community. News about you and for you. I'm Ryan Lawler. In this week's episode, Rebecca Carroll gives us a sneak peek of some of the improvements being made at Middletown Park. Haille Otto talks to the players on the varsity football and boys soccer team, and Luke McLister recommends a new binge-worthy Netflix series. This week's show is brought to you by
Shockley Honda, located across from Westview on Route 85.
Over the past year, Middletown Park has been under construction, causing confusion amongst the community. Here's Rebecca Carroll to answer some of your questions.
Middletown Park is currently undergoing a development and rehabilitation project organized by the county. I spoke with the Deputy Director for the Frederick Parks and Recreation, Bob Hicks, and County Councilman Jerry Donald to get more details about this project.
The project that we have going on at Middletown Park right now is a rehab and development project, like renovations of the current restroom, dredging of the pond, the re-leveling of and re-landscaping of the athletic fields, the current athletic fields. Replacing some of the boards like at the overlook down by the pond. Trails need to be resurfaced, parking lots, roadways, replacing existing street lights with LED lighting, and that'd be the rehab portion of the project. The other half is a development project, which includes 2 new fields on the east side of the park close to Koblenz Road, which that'll incorporate a multi-purpose field, that's a grass multi-purpose field, and a Little League field.
We have our county parks, and then about every 25 years, each one gets updated. Sometimes, like we build new parks, then we update older parks. Sometimes we expand parks. We kind of try to keep improving all our parks around the county.
The design process started a couple of years ago, but this is a long time in the making. This project has probably been in the CIP probably 13, 15 years. Middletown is one of our more older parks, and this is our last park. Actually, we're going to be doing a major renovation. Everybody else is pretty much caught up, so this is the last one.
Hicks and Donald told me about the challenges they have encountered over the course of this project.
It's just a lot to do, and we just want to make sure that we keep the park at least available for people to use, at least for walking through and things of that sort, while we're in construction. So that's more of a challenge.
Well, you can still walk through the park. You know, you can, I mean, they have it fenced off in different areas, but you can still walk along the paths. So that's available. I mean, as time goes on, it might be a little difficult this summer as they get into high gear, but hopefully by the fall, things will be normal.
What change are you looking forward to the most?
We just want to update some of the, like I said, some of the park components have kind of worn out. We're looking forward to the dredging because the pond's kind of got a little bit shallow. There's a lot of things we're looking for just to kind of get the park up to speed.
I think the new shelters will be nice so that we can have more events there. I'm really looking forward to the fact that hopefully the pond will be much better than it is right now.
Donald told me how the county funds the project.
It's funded through what we call our capital improvement plan. Basically, the county has 2 separate budgets. One's called an operating budget, which is how much you spend yearly on personnel and things like that, programs. The other is a capital budget, which is basically building things.
Actually, it was 2 separate projects. It was Middletown Development, and then there was a Middletown Rehab, and we combined them for efficiencies because it was cheaper to do the design and construction of it because we combined them.
Both Hicks and Donald told me about the minimal effect the COVID-19 pandemic had on the project.
Actually, some of the COVID-19 was just a lot more people in the parks. They were out and enjoying getting fresh air. There's nothing wrong with that.
The governor never restricted construction. It started a little later than I thought it was going to start, but it hopefully will be done by the fall.
Hicks pointed me to the Frederick County Parks and Recreation website, which has details about the construction and development currently taking place.
We do have a website, for Middletown, and on our www.recreator.com, and just go under Middletown. And we kind of actually break out all the improvements that we're pretty much doing at Middletown. So it's just on the website itself. And Middletown has a real tight-knit community, and they're surrounding our park. So that's one of our parks that really has a community really right next to it. So, and they're very interactive and they're very positive, and they use our parks a lot. And we really want to serve the citizens to give them the best possible facilities that we can.
Hard work and dedication of Middletown sports teams is unmatched despite a shortened season. Varsity football and boys soccer teams brought home the gold. Haille Otto got the chance to talk to some of the players.
This year, the Middletown football and soccer teams won their county championship. Due to COVID, they couldn't have their traditional state championship, but this was the next best thing. The soccer team won 4-2 against Tuscarora in a PK shootout, and the football team won their second straight win against Walkersville.
Week before, we beat them pretty good. So we were all obviously really confident going into the game.
We knew it wasn't going to be like how it was last week. They were going to come out harder, and it was going to be more of a fight the entire game than it was the week before.
We were all a bit nervous. Even the first few minutes, I was a bit nervous.
Confident, and I know that we definitely wanted it more than them because we lost to them last year.
Honestly, a lot of teams had lost to Tuscarora too, so they were kind of all like, oh, you guys need to beat them for us, or go win this game for us.
How was it preparing with the shorter season?
Definitely harder, but a lot of us took it upon ourselves to make sure we were ready for the season.
Just a lot less time for us to go over plays and stuff. I feel like we did a pretty solid job, but it was definitely harder for us just to prepare and condition for a full football game in just a few weeks of playing.
I mean, everyone came together pretty well, so, but it was definitely difficult. Yeah,
obviously didn't have as much time to practice and really team bond and stuff like that.
Definitely made us work more. It was kind of hard on our bodies for sure. We had to take a lot of rest days because we were playing almost 3 games in a week. So it's definitely more physically demanding than it was normally.
How does this compare to normal playoffs?
I wouldn't really compare it at all.
I don't think it really compares at all because it's not the same as competing for a state championship in my eyes. But it still felt great to win and was fun to do.
That was pretty much, the top game of the county. So we took it as a state championship. So we never really had that. Oh, we have to win 4 games to get to the top. We were already pretty much there.
It felt like bittersweet because we won the championship, but I mean we couldn't really see how far we could have gone.
After a 0-2 score going into the second half, the Knights didn't lose momentum, and Ashton Smith and Wyatt Trivet both scored goals leading into the penalty kick shootout. Goalie John Carlos Schooler had an early save, which led Michael Liebendorfer to score the game-winning PK. How did it feel to win?
None of us really realized at first. At least I didn't until I saw the team running out. Michael still had his hands on his head because he thought he missed. But yeah, we all came running out. We all hugged each other, shared a few.
We're really
laughs.
surprised. It felt really good to come back and beat them after losing to them earlier in the season.
Matthew Mancini and Connor Meyer scored touchdowns, and to secure the 20-13 win, Gage Queen faked a pass to Caden Fisher and scored a touchdown with 11 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
It was a good feeling. Obviously, it wasn't as good as a state championship, which I think our team had a really good shot at competing for one this year. But it was the closest we were going to get to one, and it felt great doing it with the group of guys we had.
Finally, Luke McLister shows us what he believes is the next best series on Netflix.
Do you like basketball? Do you have a lot of free time? Then you're in luck, since I'm here to recommend to you a Netflix series called Last Chance U Basketball. This show is about the East Los Angeles College Huskies basketball team, better known as ELAC. This college is a junior college, so this team consists of a wide variety of talent levels and personalities. There are high school recruits, Division I bounce backs, and local walk-ons. All players are looking to make it out of the junior college level and transfer to a Division I school.
If you don't wear your feelings on your sleeve when you play, you're going to get cooked. Especially in JUCO, because everybody's playing to get out. This is nobody's ending point.
Outside of basketball, the show focuses on players and coaches' backgrounds and their personal struggles, which helps you get to know a lot about them.
There's a difference between a basketball player and a hooper.
The ELAC Huskies are led by head coach John Mosley as they try to get over the hump and claim the state title. You get to follow the Husky season and all the hardships that come with it. If you like basketball and need something to watch, then I highly recommend giving Last Chance U basketball a try.
That's it for this episode of RT Mag, part of the Roundtable's multimedia experience. Thanks for watching. You can find out all of our episodes on mhsroundtable.com, or you can download our app, Student News Source, for access to our articles, videos, and podcasts. Have a great week.